Hey, what's up? David Taub here with nextlevelguitar.com. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a scale that is, one of the most commonly scales used, especially in blues and in rock and probably in most genres of music, but especially in blues. We're going to be playing this open scale that we're going to play in the key of E, and E minor pentatonic, down in the open position here, down near the neck. And it's just a scale that you could just get a tremendous amount of licks from using a lot of the open strings. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this scale as the jump off point. Once you learn this, that'll be this video, and then in the next video I'll teach you how to turn it into the blues scale, and then I'll start teaching you licks using that scale. So this is going to be a whole series of lessons. So be sure to tune into each one here on our YouTube channel at Rock on Good People. And by the way, subscribe to that channel by clicking on that subscribe button. And you'll be notified when we have new videos coming out. First things first, let's learn the scale, and obviously I'm playing this on acoustic, but you could do this on electric, same thing, right? The scale sounds like this. Okay, so here's the scale. We're going to play the open E string first, then 3rd fret on the low E, that's our G note, then open string again, 2nd fret on our A string, so the open is the A, then the 2nd fret is the B, open string again, which is our D note, 2nd fret on the D string, which is our E, that's our octave, so far you get, then open G string, 2nd fret on the G string, that's our A note, then open B string, 3rd fret on the B string, that's our D note, then open high E, then 3rd fret on the high E string, that is our G note. So, ascending you have descending. So get real comfortable with that, up and back, up and back. Okay, now I'm using, in this instance, my 1st and 2nd fingers to play this scale. That's the way a lot of people do it, but I urge you, certainly practice it like that, but also practice using your 2nd and 3rd finger, so it'll look like this. Do it both ways, using both sets of fingering. The reason is because in coming lessons we're going to add the blue note to this scale, making it the minor pentatonic blues scale, and we're going to go outside to grab notes which will be easier to grab with our 1st finger, so we want to span those 3 frets, 1 finger per fret. A lot of people still do it with 1 and 2, but I want you to get used to both, as well as we're going to turn this into a great finger exercise, so you could do it with 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. What you want to get good at with this scale is pull-offs, meaning you pick a note once, right? And then you pull it off to sound another note. In this instance, we're using it to sound the open string. So for instance, on the high E string, if I play that 3rd fret, that G note, pick it, and then pull down, you want to get that open E to sound. It's not like lifting your finger straight off. Pull down, this downward motion, right? And I'm pulling down hard as I pull off. And you want to get good at that on each string, so just practice it slow. And you want to get good at that, picking up and back, all the way down the scale. And that's going to be, because we're down here, this part of the neck, and we have every other note of the scale as an open string, we really want to exploit that, and the pull-offs are great. So use your 2nd finger, and 1st finger, but also use your 3rd and 2nd fingers. Use 1st, 2nd. It's a great workout to get this scale down cold, as well as to add dexterity and speed and strength to your fingers. These are really great exercises to get you in shape as well as you could kind of start hearing licks in there that we're going to be using. Another great exercise is do it 2 strings at a time. For instance, let's take the high E string and the B string. What we're going to do there is we're going to do the pick and then pull off, and then go to the next string up, in this instance the B string, pick, pull off. And build up the speed. And do it with each finger, second and third. See if you can get it up to speed, but it's just pick, pull, right? So you do it on adjacent strings. So there's the high E and the B. Then do it on the G and the D. Pick, pull, pick, pull. And obviously, if you're just starting out with these techniques, it'll be easier to do it on the electric guitar because the strings aren't as thick, the action will be lower. But, you know, I like practicing exercises and scales and techniques on the acoustic because then when you go to electric, it feels like butter, right? So, G and the D, then D and the A, then A and the low E. Then see if you can run it up continuously, like 4 times on each set. Sound like this. Right? Those are all really good exercises that will get your fingers in shape, that'll get you to memorize this scale down cold, and it'll start to get you to hear licks within that scale, because kind of scales are kind of like the building blocks of licks, right? So it's important that you arm yourself with a thorough arsenal. And obviously this scale, if you haven't delved that much into scales as yet, on our website, you know, we teach you the scale. This is just one position, but obviously those 5 notes, right, of that minor pentatonic scale can be played all over the neck. So we show you all the different positions and then how to attach them and run them into each other and start playing laterally across the deck, right? And connecting your licks and phrasing your ideas together. It's a process, it's an evolution, and we get into tons and tons of stuff like that on the full-on website at nextlevelguitar.com. The minor pentatonic scale, which penta meaning 5, it's just a 5-note scale consisting of the root or the 1, the flat 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the flat 7th. Those 5 notes together make up this scale. We're going to do it in the key of E, all right, in the open position down here. We're in standard A440 tuning, and so those notes are going to be E, which is the root, okay, G, the flat 3rd, A, the 4th, B, which is your 5th, D, which is your flat 7th, and then you're back to your octave, 12 notes up, your 1 octave up, back to your E. And this minor pentatonic scale is like the most common scale used in most genres of music, and it's basically used in almost all genre. I mean, you hear it in rock, you hear it in blues, you hear it in jazz, you hear it in country, you hear it in metal, you know, you hear it in punk, you hear it just all over the place. Not so much in classical, but in just about every genre of music, and that's why this is such a good starting place to start in your lead guitar journey, because you'll get so much mileage out of the scale. You can't use it obviously over every progression, over every chord, but you're going to be using it a lot, and that's why most instructionals you'll teach that'll be taught first, is like your first scale. So I hope you enjoy that. Join us in the next video in this series. We'll be doing licks of the week using this scale. All right, as always, you know, practice slow at first. Don't get discouraged. Remember, your playing is an evolution. You can do it. And remember, go to our website, full-on video instructional website at nextlevelguitar.com. There's over 900 video lessons and growing. We add new content every month, from beginner to advanced, all genres. Has video lessons, written lessons. There's a forum, chord library. It's absolutely packed. It's a great site. Check that out. And I'm David Taub, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com. We'll see you in the next lesson. Rock on!